Hi, everybody. Welcome to Finger Lakes Wine Country. I brought all my friends, my best friends right here in the region. You know me, I'm Lori Ward. I'm with Finger Lakes Wine Country, and my friends are going to introduce themselves. We can't be together because of this silly situation, but we have figured out a way how we can enjoy wine together. So, Tina, introduce yourself.
Hey, Lori, Tina Hazlitt here. I'm married to Eric Hazlitt, who is the sixth generation owns Sawmill Creek Vineyards, and we grow grapes for a lot of Finger Lakes wineries.
Awesome. Gail, tell everybody who you are.
Sure. I'm Gail Fink. I live in Ithaca. I live on Cayuga Lake, but I love Seneca Lake. It's my favorite. I've known all these guys for about 15 years.
Christy.
Hey, so I'm Christy Hazlitt. I am a Hazlitt too, but the Hazlitt that does not actually make wine, but I certainly enjoy it. I was born this way, as in born a Hazlitt.
Girl.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Hazlitt. I am married to Doug Hazlitt of Hazlitt 1852 Winery and Vineyard. And I was not born here, although I love it here. Great place to live.
All right, Cindy.
Okay, and I'm Cindy Rosse, longtime career in retail. I've lived here permanently since 2006, longtime visitor before then, and a shameless promoter of Finger Lakes and Finger Lakes wine.
Yay, we all are, and many of you know me. I'm originally from Washington, D.C. area, moved to Hershey, Pennsylvania for 20 years, and started visiting here in 2011. And kept coming back and back and back. And now I live here and I'll never leave. So one of the reasons that I stay here is not just because of the beauty of the region and how fortunate we are to say that we call this place home, but we have some amazing wines. So, Tina, what do you have?
So, Lori, what I'm enjoying tonight is this wonderful bottle of Dr. Frank's Pinot Blanc. I actually hung out with Megan Frank a couple months ago because we're so lucky to be one of their growers, and we sell them Pinot Blanc. And this vineyard was planted in 1983, believe it or not. I'd love to have you try it. It's partial stainless steel and partially barrel fermented and then blended. And you'll get lemons and figs and pear. What do you think?
I would love to try it.
Oh, we get the top off. It's a screw cap. Don't you love that?
Oh, I love them. I love them. Oh, that's great. That's great. Wow. Let's see. Oh, Tina, wow. Now, you know, Pinot Blanc, that's not,
I highly recommend it.
that Pinot Blanc. So do a lot of people grow Pinot Blanc around here? I don't hear of it as much.
No, not very many. We were the first to have it planted. There are now a few other growers that have it. So you'll find Pinot Blanc at Hector Wine Company. You'll find it at Dr. Frank's. I believe that, what's the one I'm trying to think of, also on Cayuga Lake? Heron Hill also has a Pinot Blanc.
Right. Oh, well, this is great. What would you pair this with?
Oh, I think scallops would be lovely. Any sort of summer seafood, or just an afternoon on the dock on the lake.
Oh my goodness. Well, it is, yes, afternoon dock on the lake. Cheers. Love that idea. So, you know, we're so fortunate because we've got white wines, we've got red wines. One of my favorites is, let me find it. Where did my red wine go? Oh, here it is. J.R. Dill.
Yeah.
So this is J.R. Dill's Merlot. Can I see it? Jeff Dill is originally from this area. He left to go be a mortgage banker in Philadelphia, and he came to his senses and came home. He started J.R. Dill Winery about 10 years ago. He'll probably correct me if I'm wrong. And every year, his wines are better and better and better. And this is one of my favorites. This is a rich Merlot. Once we get into summer, I might switch this out for a white, but this I have had all winter long. I've had this with pot roast. This is to die for. So I'm hoping Cindy might like a taste of it.
Oh my goodness, you've sold me. Yum.
All right,
Yay.
see.
Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness, that smells wonderful. I see why you've had that with all those hearty meals.
Yeah, this is
Delicious.
one of my favorites.
Cool. So switching it up, I am drinking tonight a Macgregor semi-dry Riesling. And I know my friend Cheryl loves her Riesling. She's very passionate about it. And I know you love dry Rieslings, but I'd love for you to give this a try, because like any really great semi-dry Riesling from here, it has wonderful fruitiness up front, but it's so well balanced with that acid in it as well, the natural acidity of Riesling. You want to try it?
Yes, I would love to.
All right.
Mm. That is lovely. That is wonderful. Yes. So of course, my favorite is the Homestead Reserve Riesling from Hazlitt. And I don't know if Lori's ready to talk about the scale back here yet, or is that?
Oh yeah, go ahead and tell us about it.
So I just tried a wonderful sweet herb Riesling, but this one is very much on the dry side right here, which we'll try others. And again, this is the Homestead Reserve. So I'm going to pass this on to Christy Hazlitt. Okay, Christy, ready?
I have to admit, Cheryl and I have probably shared a glass of this before, but I'd love a glass.
Okay,
It's time.
here we go, Christy, ready?
I'm ready. Mm. Yeah, definitely like one of my favorite go-to wines, either sitting on the dock or, you know, with some nice seafood. Yum.
I'll join you.
It's never happened before. So I'm also drinking some reds, and I think you mentioned earlier that Jason Hazlitt is my nephew, who, together with Justin Boyette, is sort of instrumental to Hector Wine Company. So their Cab Franc is one of my favorites right now when I'm having some nice red meat or nice hearty meal. It's a little bit of oak. Definitely one of my faves. Gail, would you like to try some of this?
Oh, I would love some, Christy. You know, I'm drinking a red myself, and I'd love to have you try it as well. So maybe we can do a swap.
Cool. So I'll pour you a little of this, and then I'll see what you're trying.
Perfect.
Give it a try.
Smells amazing. Christy, that's great. So I am drinking something from Lakewood Vineyards. You know the Stamps, don't you?
I have known the Stamps my whole life. Yeah, great winery, great family.
So they just released this. This is the Reserve Cab Franc from 2017. And I think it's the hardiest red they've made. And Abby Stamp described it as Lady Gaga in a meat dress.
How can I go wrong with that?
I'm really enjoying this. You ready?
I'm ready.
Bradley Cooper.
Nice. Wow, that is nice. The Stamps have never done me wrong.
Tina, I know you said you like Pinot Blanc before. Have you had Luminescence? Luminescence from Hector Wine Company. It's got Pinot Blanc in it, along with some other whites.
Oh, nice. I'd love some. Oh, Gail, yes. So I happen to know quite a bit about this wine. It's one of my favorites. It's equal parts Pinot Blanc, Pinot Gris, Riesling, and Gewürztraminer, all co-fermented. So this is a beautiful blend. It's really fun and great for summertime. Christy, have you had the new release?
No, I haven't to say. I've had the Luminescence before, but not the one they have right now.
Awesome. Let me send that down.
I'm going to pour myself a glass.
That sounds like an amazing combo.
Really? Would you like to try some too, Cindy?
Sure, it sounds awesome.
All right. Here, give it a try.
Oh, great. Thank you. Wow.
So tell me a little bit more about luminescence.
Hmm.
It's a blend, right?
Yeah, so actually it's a famous Alsatian blend, and you'll see it called Edelzwicker. You've probably seen that in other countries. I know California makes a couple of Edelzwickers. It's called Noble White Blend.
Oh, it's kind of like Meritage. Everybody says Meritage. It is not Meritage. It's Meritage as a red blend. So that's a white blend. Interesting. Cindy, can I try a little bit of that? Just pour me a little bit.
Sure. There we go.
That's plenty. That's plenty. That's plenty.
All right. I know
Two
you
wines
like
to try here.
Oh, this is divine. Okay, so if we've got this as a blended white, what am I pairing this with? Who knows? What am I pairing this with?
Oh my
I
goodness.
usually pair that one with my doc.
I would say pair it with friends.
Your
Yes.
friends. Well, thank you for sharing this. I don't think I think I did have a luminescence a couple years ago, but I have not had one recently. So thank you for sharing this with me. This is divine. I mentioned earlier that I love J.R. Dill, and I've got a dry Riesling here from J.R. Dill, and I don't know if you can see this label, but Jeff Dill took pictures of lake glass and then superimposed them. So his lake glass photography is
Pretty.
all of his labels. Isn't that cool?
It's cool.
Isn't that neat? So Cheryl was pointing out a few minutes ago about the scale on the back. So this is the International Riesling Federation scale, okay? And you really most Rieslings will have this. A lot of Rieslings will have this. So again, we can figure out what we like. Do we like it dry, or do we go over to the sweet side? And Rieslings can be almost anywhere in here. Who else has a Riesling?
One, yeah.
So
I've got one from Boundary Breaks, and it's a little bit sweeter than the one you've got.
Is it? And then anybody else have a IRF scale on their Riesling bottle? No. Okay, well, let's see. So I've got this, and Christy, you kind of made a face like maybe you've not had this before. Have you tried J.R. Dill's dry Riesling? I know you've had Hazlitt, Hector Wine Company, but have you had Dill's dry Riesling?
Not that one. I mean, I'm a Riesling fan, and I think I've missed out on that Riesling.
Well, I think we should try this. This would be a very, they're all so different, but let's give it a try.
Okay, I'm ready. That's a winner. Yum. Absolutely. Yeah, it's also nice to just a little bit off dry. Has those nice apricot flavors I love to find in a Riesling. That's delicious.
Right. I also, I had mentioned earlier about Dill and how he's really, really coming into his own. And Merlot, do a lot of people do Merlots?
No, there's not a lot of Merlot
no.
planted in the Finger Lakes.
There aren't many.
We have one of the very few Merlot sites.
That's what I thought.
Those grapes came from Sawmill Creek Vineyard.
Did they? The Merlot came from Sawmill Creek as well?
Which would explain why Hector Wine Company is another one of the wineries that recently released one, because I'm sure they came from Sawmill Creek Vineyards as well.
Right.
Right. So, Christy, you're below me again. You want to try it?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Why not? Here you go. Here you go.
You know, it's interesting because I'm very familiar with Hector Wine Company's Merlot, and I haven't compared the two, but this is delicious as well. You can tell there's a little different. You can sense the winemaker adding a little different to the grape, and even from the same vineyard, but also a lovely wine.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know about you guys, but it's spring, and I think rosé. Don't you?
Yeah, I was going to say, you haven't tried a rosé yet.
It's for rosé. Yay!
Yay!
Anybody drinking rosé tonight?
I have rosé.
Nice.
Barnstormer, which would be near and dear because yet another winery that this uses, it's their Sangiovese Rosé, grapes grown by Samo Creek.
Nice. We have a theme here.
Have you tried this one?
I haven't. I really want to drink a lot of rosé.
Christy's so lucky being in the middle. She
I
can.
didn't say I'm like in the middle. I'm trying everything.
I know. They're going to send it
Hand
down.
it down. Let me pour myself. Oh my gosh, I need an empty glass so I can try it. I'm trying so many things here.
That looks delicious. Okay.
Another Sylvan Cap, right?
Yeah.
So while we're talking about rosé, so again, a lot of
I really need a glass of rosé.
a lot of people.
Let me try it first, Tina, then I'll pass it along.
Okay.
So
The best thing about it, hanging out with friends is trying different wines,
Yes.
isn't it?
And the rosé is not your white Zinfandel. It's not sweet. The dry rosés in the Finger Lakes are just that. They're dry rosés. And, you know, spring and summer is a great time to do it, but it's a great year-round wine. Also really goes great with Thanksgiving dinner if you're doing the traditional turkey dinner.
You know what's fascinating me about this too is this lovely dry light wine, but it's made from the Sangiovese grape, which to me, I think Chianti, right? You think Italy. So it makes a lovely rosé. Tina, you said you wanted to try some?
I would love something.
All right, you ready?
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Pour yourself a glass.
Point two.
You're here. I want some. I want some. Oh.
So this is, yes, our Sangiovese is really old. There were two of us that were growing it in the Finger Lakes. And actually there's still two of us, but Knapp pulled theirs out, and now Ventosa has planted some. But our block, again, I think was planted in 1993, I believe.
Wow.
And yeah, and so Scott Bronstein, we love working with Scott. We sell him quite a different variety of grapes. And I'm so excited every year when he releases the Sangiovese Rosé. And oh my God, I can't wait to taste it.
Yes. It's only been out for like a week or two.
Yeah, so Cindy,
Nice.
let's call for grabbing that for tonight.
Yeah. Good work.
Special treat.
This.
Now I don't know which one to drink next.
Right?
You know, we are so fortunate to live in an area. We have mentioned so many different grape varietals, different kinds of wines, blends, red, white, rosé. We are so very fortunate. So was there any other wines that anybody else wanted to share or taste right now?
That's what I had to try and share.
And we could do it again. Some other time.
Yeah, we'll pick another round
Maybe
of
we
them.
said we should have a
I got nothing going on.
one big cheers.
This group of ladies never stops. So
Oh, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Clink, 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 clink.
sip on.
Love you.
So when the time comes, where it is safe and comfortable for you to all come visit us in Finger Lakes Wine Country, we look forward to warmly welcoming you. And you will probably not be too surprised, but you'll probably meet every one of us on your trip to Finger Lakes
Oh,
Wine
we'll be out.
We're hard to avoid.
That is one of the things about this region that is so endearing, is that we have a community of loving people who not only love one another, but we love our visitors and we miss you. We want you to come back and see us. But until then, stay well, stay healthy, and cheers. We'll see you soon in Finger
Cheers.
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 Cheers.